Good evening. That's actually a bit loud. Did I fuck up the music volume again? Oh no, that's just on my end. Okay, good. I've been messing around with OBS settings a lot recently. So I was worried that I had somehow blown out game music, but no, that's just on my side. Hi. So, I thought I had more Shadowbringers job quests to follow up on. But it turns out there's only two. Besides the role quest, finale from 5.3. So this might be a little bit of a shorter stream. I figured this might be a good stream to start Ninja on, or Ninja and Rogue, because, being a job that you level from level 1, it's the kind of thing that is a little rough to level initially, and the last few times I've done a stream like that, I felt like, there was a lot of room for me to fill the air a bit, at least for the first 15. The first 15 levels tend to be pretty quick, even if you can't get, like, a, deep dungeon thing going, because there's just a lot of XP you can get from hunt quests and your hunt log, and you can kind of just do that until like you hit 15 and can do dungeons, or at least in my experience. But I thought I was gonna have like an hour and a half, 2 hours of stuff before that, so probably not gonna be. This might be a shorter stream as a result. I'll see how it goes, but also be a good opportunity to check on my special little feed some audio out of the VOD, since I've been messing around with OBS audio so much. So, win and a lose, but, well, yeah, there's some bits that I kind of wish I had more job quests to actually go through. It turns out, for some reason, what was it? Gunbreaker and Dancer are the only two I didn't do the level 80 quest for. And I'm assuming that's because I probably only got them to 70 before I, like, finish up the streams. But, like, I swear Dragoon was kind of similar, but evidently not. So, yeah. That is what we're doing tonight. First things first, though, I'm gonna go get myself the Scholar quest for the Mog, for the Glamour of your pet. I don't know if there's any actual story tied to that, but I thought, fuck it, this is as good a time as any to do that. Because if it takes the opportunity to add any flavor to the class, then, nor to the job, then why the fuck not? Might as well stream that. I'm guessing it's probably not. Like, I feel like they probably wouldn't put in, the kind of quests that... Yeah, okay. In the Arcanist Guild, really? I feel like they probably wouldn't have added the kind of quests that would take some time to get, like, a feature that has been, part of the job for a very long time. That didn't seem to make sense to me, but then again, I'll rip Celine. Alright, who's got it? Oh wow, this has been a fucking while since I've seen, Actually, I don't think I've spoken to this character on the stream, because I started streaming 14 when I was, like, level 50? So yeah, I never would have, done anything with the Arcanist Guild. Huh. I was looking through the other job quests I hadn't done... Or, sorry, looking through the other level 80 job quests, I realized I hadn't actually done... Or I forgot that Bard, Red Mage, and Warrior I actually haven't done on stream. So I'm gonna look into what, like, doing... If you can do New Game Plus on those, because that would be the easiest way to do them. And figure out when I can stream those, because I feel like they'd be good to go through. Like, Red Mage especially, because my headcanon OC writing was on fire when I was playing through that as Veva. But yeah, anyway. ShB. Pretty sure that's how that's... Oh, sorry, hold on a sec. Oh, fuck off. ShB requires your help to put her theories to the proof. Aldine, how fortuitous. Might you spare a moment? I recently received word that you've been researching the Scholars of Nim at the behest of a Marauders Guild member, is that right? Yeah, that's right. For a fair while now. I see. As a result, you can now call upon a fairy to aid you. Fascinating. Might I trouble you to meet me downstairs in the practice area? There's something I very much wish for you to try. Sure. God, I cannot remember the last time I was down here. Oh, no, I can. It was probably to add Summoner to Rayon, because I don't like PvP on anything but Summoner at the moment. Tried Samurai out a bit, and it's... I don't know, I think it's one of those things where I put enough time into Summoner that, like, I kind of have the muscle memory and intuition to just play, whereas, like, anything new, I'm, like, really trying to figure out what the fuck to do. My apologies for the wait. As for what I wish you to attempt, it is a technique similar to what you've already employed with your Edgy. Now, would you be so kind as to call forth your fairy? You're not even gonna do the thing? Huh. Okay. How charming! Tales do little to capture its beauty. This fairy is no doubt manifested in the image of that which you most closely associate with fairies, but my research suggests that this form is not immutable. Indeed, though a fundamental form may have been incorporated into the original incantation, with sufficient concentration, I believe it possible to supplant this form with the image of for another entity. Try conjuring the fairy once more, this time with a carbuncle in your mind's eye. Okay. Oh. Pikachu. What? Remarkable. And with only a single attempt. See, my theory holds, meaning this transformation should be merely superficial, and has done naught to affect its capacity for healing. Very good. With that, we may conclude this little experiment. If you would follow me upstairs. Yeah, okay, it's pretty much nothing. It's just like, oh, look! This logic applies to your fucking fairy. Of course it would. I wonder if that's actually gonna dismiss... No, it didn't. That was just all cutscene. It would have been funny if that was just set to Topaz Carbuncle by now. For the time being. God, I haven't touched Scholar in fucking ages either. I think my mind, like, ever since I touched Sage, I've just been like, no, this feels like better Scholar to me now. I can't fucking dissociate it. Thank you again for your help, Aldine. That proved to be quite the spectacle. Should hope you make use of what you've learned here today. Dare say your fairy's appearance may be without limit. Yippee! I did it. Pet climber. Yeah. Okay, so pet glamour with you. Eos. Celine. Hey, there we go. That's better. Well, I'm gonna keep that dead button on my bars for forevermore now, I think. But yeah. Okay, there wasn't really much more to that than just kind of... Oh yeah, yeah, you can change the appearance of your carbuncle. Why can't you change the appearance of your fairy? It seems to make the same sense. And yeah, I mean, like, in retrospect, like, it's funny, I thought there would have been a neat little opportunity to work in, like, the way that, like, creation magic kind of works. Especially given, well, it's only level 30 to unlock. Like, I don't know if it'd be risky to tie, like, Endwalker knowledge to that, but obviously there is a chance someone who's, playing Scholar for the first time might happen upon that quest and then be basically spoiled on something. But, yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't want to hold that off until, like, Endwalker. That kind of sucks. Or even have, like, dialogue that kind of, is dynamic in that way and just, like, updates based on whether or not you've actually completed Endwalker, but, eh. It's whatever. Anyway, that's it for Al. So, back we go. Next stop is, well, with Dancer. I don't know why I've got him on. Oh, because I was checking Astrologian before I, logged off. So I think the only job quests, other than Blue Mage, that we have left are White Mage, Ninja, Machinist, like, that I haven't personally done, other than Warrior, Red Mage, and Bard, which I just haven't done on the stream. So yeah, like, I'm down to, like, almost nothing. Wait, what? I don't remember this being here when I logged on before. I don't care. I don't think. I mean, technically I can... Oh, Jesus. Oh. Holy shit. RP's out in force tonight. Oh god, what the fuck was I gonna say? Also, where am I going? Oh no, it is here, yeah. God, have I not played Will in that long? Jesus. Is this also... Oh no, this is the way I would have liked to set it up on Aldine, but can't do that because of the way I've set up their bars. I've got to normalize these at some point. It's really annoying going back. Because it makes sense for Bard for this kind of structure because of the songs and that. Like, it just seemed to flow. But, like, it's gonna be a pain in the ass for literally anything else I throw into there. Yeah, see, like, you got all the songs there, and then the main CD, and that's just off to the left. You keep your eye on. But, like, nothing, I don't think there's very many things that segment off like that. But, yeah. Anyway. Dancer. What do we got? Neshmera is elated to see one of her favorite young proteges return. Well, if it isn't Pebbleton, what a delightful surprise! Just look at that posture and poise. Conceive not neglected your training one bit since we last parted. And as for us, Troop Falcium continues to tour Eorzea, bringing hope to the dejected and downtrodden. Whenever and wherever the Totentans threatened to rear its ugly head, we were there to cast out the shadows. With the tales of our performances spreading across the realm, we've had no small number of aspiring dancers knocking at our door. Training them was consuming nearly all my waking hours, but recently Rana has stepped in to help shoulder the burden. Truly, I'd be lost without her. And what of you, Pelton? Have you had any noteworthy performances since we last met? Ooh. Journeyed in search of a legendary hero, yeah. It's probably a good one. Now, I thought our voyage to the distant shores was a long one. So you've had yourself quite an adventure, though I confess the full import of your tale is quite beyond my comprehension. Still, this bounty hunter you befriended put you in quite the predicament, didn't he? Reminds me of another troublemaker I used to know. Me? A troublemaker? I may have been immature, but I only had my friend's best interests at heart. Isn't that right, Pelton? And besides, it sounds like even this bounty hunter came around in the end. Indeed. There is a certain something about you, Pelton. Something that brings out the best in those whose lives you touch. And Rana here is a prime example. Hot-headed girl I once knew has come into her own as a dancer, a woman, and a leader of her peers. Perhaps it is finally time that... Yes, I'm sure of it. Pelton, Rana, there is a dilemma that has been weighing heavily on me of late, but I do believe I've finally found an answer. Pray accompany me out of the city to Lenosha. I will discuss matters further with you away from the crowds. Is she retiring? Will has got a bad outfit on for this. I'm still not decided on the hair, by the way. Except for Aldine, who I think would just kind of, like, stick with same old, same old. I'm trying to give everyone, like, a 6.1-ish kind of hairdo. Like, clearly it's grown out, or they've cut it back a bit, and blah, blah, blah. Moving on from the events of the first 10 years of the game. But I haven't quite... Oh, that's not good. I need to think about that a bit more, I think. But I haven't quite settled on his. Ray's was easy. I ended up thinking of a pretty good... Or finding a pretty good one for Vevern. Despite a little bit of... Or, despite still not being, like, 100% on it. Jesus Christ. Shit weather. Yeah, like, I want to give Will longer hair, but, like, nothing's really leapt out at me. It's kind of a shame. Hi. She got dressed up, I didn't. Hilton, Rana, forgive me for not sharing this news with you two sooner. As fortune would have it, Troop Falcium has been invited to perform at the Muji Koza in Kugane, and our patrons are willing to pay a premium for our services. Oh, okay. Miji Koza? You mean that I could dance on the same stage that has hosted some of the most renowned artists in all of the Far East? Someone pinch me. When do we leave? As soon as we are able, and therein lies my dilemma. The threat of the Totentans still looms over Eorzea, and I have a duty to train the next generation of dancers to carry on the Troop Falcium's mission. I cannot very well abandon these shores while my life's work remains undone. And so, I turn to you. She's not retiring, but... Rana amigo. You have blossomed into a fine dancer, and a capable leader. I would have you assume my role as principal and oversee Troop Falcium's tour of Kugane. Mr. Snashmira, what are you saying? It is the only practical solution. You would travel to Kugane and to share our art with our friends in the Far East, and I could remain here to train our new recruits and deliver the people of Eorzea from the throes of the Totentans. But I'm not ready for this. There is still so much I must learn. You told me as much just moments ago. And I have seen you come far since then. No one is born a leader, and doubtless it would be a struggle at first. Oof. Good that he's here. You are every bit as prepared for this role as I was the day I inherited it. I would not make this offer if I did not believe this with all my heart. And yet, I cannot and will not force the position upon you. But at the very least, pray think upon it for a while. Me? Leader and principal of Troop Falcium? I do believe Mistress Nishmira has lost her wits. Why, I still remember the days I would trip over my own 2 feet every time I took to the stage. And yet, she seems intent on remaining here in Eorzea. If I refuse, the curtains will fall on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to showcase our art on the Far East's biggest stage. Oh, excuse me. Yet, were I to go and fail spectacularly, I swear my mind is going in circles. Whatever should I do, Pelton? It's not like me to brood and fret like this. You're a dancer, aren't you not? What are you saying? That if I can find the answer I seek in still thought, perhaps I find it in motion? Oh, that I cannot find the answer I seek in still thought, perhaps I find it in motion? You may very well be right. Dance with me, Pelton. Show me through your motions all you have learned in your travels, and help me to clear the shadows of doubt from my mind. Okay. Oh, I thought we were gonna... A stunning view. Truly. No sign of onlookers from arms. Yes, this place should serve nicely for our private performance. We dance today not for admiring crowds, only our own audience, our only audience is each other. So face me, Pelton. I would look upon your movements in all their glory and let you inspire me to greater heights. So there hasn't been combat in any of these yet, but yeah, okay. Fuck, I should have just put on the other dancer gear, but this is goofy and I like it. I'll take a handicap and look like a goofball while I'm doing this. I kinda wish this was combat. All the other performances were, as far as I remember. So it kinda sucks that this is the only one that doesn't do that. Like, because for Paladin, like, you go to fight, and then it turns out the dude's a coward because he can actually feel how strong you are and just backs out. But here, this is like, no, this is Dance's whole deal, is, like, performance and, like, finding, like, inspiration in one another. And yet, like... yeah, and how that intertwines with the combat of a dancer, and... It didn't even need to be too complicated. Like, they could have just reused, but... Oh, thank you, Pelton. That was simply exhilarating. Yeah, I wish, like, it felt like that at all from my side. Imagine one person having Butterfingers for a second and accidentally throwing a chakram at the other. Well, I mean, that's unironically what Rana was suggesting she had done previously, so... Also, hi, Ryuzaki. Ugh. The fuck? It's a lot of sleep to find at 7 PM. From the first step, I couldn't take my eyes off you. Before I knew it, I had forgotten myself. My worries carried off by the wind. You were watching me, yes? What did you think? Have I truly come far, as Mistress Nashmira said? You will go further. So you're saying there's still room for improvement, eh? Well, consider the challenge accepted. I'll train harder than... I'll train harder than ever. Next time we meet, you'll see what I'm truly capable of. In any event, this I know more than ever. Dancing is my life, my calling. I must continue to perfect my craft, that I might inspire and bring hope to others, just as Mistress Nashmira and you have inspired me. The answer is clear to me now. I may not be the leader that she was, but I will be the leader that I know I can be. Just kidding, you get my ass beaten, SF6. Fair. Thank you for everything, Pewelton. I must return to Limsa to relay the news to Why do I fuck up this name so much? Mistress Nashmira. You'll join me there, won't you? To be fair, I've been in meetings all day, so, like... Yeah. Yeah. It kind of makes sense that I'm fucking tongue-tied at this point. Like, I think I had 3 or 4 hours today, which is, like... Kinda nuts. I don't usually have, like, an entire half-day dedicated to dedicated to meetings, but... Oh. No, they're just here. Breathe, Rana, breathe. Rana came here dashing into town out of breath. Can I only assume what this means? The girl has found her answer, has she not? You bet I have. I may not be ready to fill your toe shoes completely, but damned if I'm not going to try. Leave the tour of Kugane to me. I'm proud of you, Rana. Now go and tell the others that you must begin preparations at once. I'll be along with Pebbleton shortly. While I am beyond pleased with the results, I must admit I did not expect the girl to reach a decision so quickly. Whatever did you do to bring about her change of heart? We danced together. So it's not with words, but through your actions that you spoke to the girl. Indeed, it is as I thought. Your very presence is a mirror that helps those around you discover their true selves. In any event, Rana owes much to you, my friend. As do I. Troop Falcium is stronger for you having joined us. Come now, let us return to the others. I mean, it probably would have been just cliche for Nashmira to hand off things to Rana, but I think this is better where, like, they're essentially heading up leadership in their own ways. Nashmira training people and Rana kind of organizing the broader kind of performances. That feels like a better send-off for this questline than I was expecting, because it was kind of clear that Nashmira was kind of like, especially when Nashmira is positioned in a similar position to Flamine, it very much feels like, oh, okay, this character is kind of like, well, even though fucking Flamine is like 30-something, this character is on the elder side of things in terms of being a combatant and potentially a dancer, so, you know, she's preparing Rana, the most prominent member of the troop, to kind of follow in her footsteps. But no, like, Nashmira and Rana essentially will be, like, heading up leadership in their own way. Like, that's a far better than just like a, okay, well, here's my legacy, goodbye. Change the dancer world, my final message. Look at all these surprised faces. No, not that I can blame them, of course. Rude. cannot say I was prepared for this. And yet, if this is how Mistress Nashmira would have it, it is far from my place to oppose. Besides, nothing in this world can last forever. With the end of one era comes the beginning of the next, and all of us here welcome Mistress Rana's reign. We will do all in our power to see that Troop Falcium continues to flourish under her stewardship. Oh, I haven't had to say his name out loud. Q? Quillid, my friends. You are too kind. Let us not forget that we are all in this together. If we move forward as one, there's no limit to the heights we may reach. And with that, we must prepare to set sail without delay. In Kugane, too, there are those whose spirits sag, and we must bring them hope as only Troop Falcium can. I, too, should be getting on. The Totentans threaten to return in hidden corners of the realm, and I must train the next generation of dancers to continue our fight. And you have your own adventures to return to, don't you, Pebbleton? But don't be sad. Mistress Nashmira, you and I, even if we go our separate ways, we will always be united by our passion for dance. Our paths will cross again, I'm certain. And on that day, you'll be simply astonished at the dancer I've become. Mark my words. And so to you, my rival, my friend. That's a fucking phrase. I imagine the Warrior of Light's eye just twitches a little bit. Don't call me that. What? What? But you're my friend, right? Yeah, you are. You are. We're also rivals. Do not call me those in tandem. Actually, hold on a second. Keeping that for later. Oh, I say not farewell, but rather keep dancing until we meet again. Something, something. That hit me like a ton of bricks, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that was not the fucking phrase I expected to leave that quest on. No friends of mine. Yippee! Yeah, like I said, I think that was actually a better follow-up than I was expecting. It definitely felt like the kind of thing where, like, Nashmira would just leave the entire troop to Rana and blah blah blah. But, like, actually saying, like, well, hang on a minute, like, there's trouble in Eorzea still from the threat of the Dancer quest line. And, that's not gonna go away anytime soon. But the troop doesn't always have the same goal. The troop has kind of been following Nashmira around, even in the situation we've been dealing with the Totentans, which isn't necessarily the same goal. Whilst the troop has kind of alleviated things here and there, it's really been Nashmira, Rana, and the Warrior of Light that have been kind of quelling the threat. So actually dividing their forces, having the troop do the performance thing to wide audiences, and then having Nashmira training up the people to oppose the Totentans in specific areas, like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And Rana is absolutely worthy of that title at the end of the day. Yeah. It was a bit of a better wrap-up than I was expecting. Because, like, actually, which ones have we done on the stream? Let me think real quick. We've done Summoner, which I think was neat. It connected with a couple of the characters we hadn't seen in ages, and but was mostly about $4 an hour involved. So, like, I think it had enough Summoner follow-up, honestly. We did the Scholar one, which I think was primarily focused, like, entirely on kind of curing people who were Tonberries. We had Dragoon, which didn't bring up Houston A, and thus it's a 0. No, it's mid, but, like, I'm never gonna forgive them for fridging Houston A the way they did. The fact that she didn't come back in Stormblood or Shadowbringers at all. Well, no, she appeared in Shadowbringers very briefly, only to get, like, bucked again because, like, it was more important to kind of pal around with the dragon. Fuck. What other ones have we done? Hold on. We did Paladin, which, yeah, was kind of the same garbage, but at the very least we got to put, what's his name to shame? Dark Knight. 10 on 10. I don't know what else to say about that. We did Monk, which I don't actually remember Monks that well now that I think about it. I don't think there was much to it. Samurai, if I remember correctly, was just going back to kind of visit, our first mentor's grave. Who we found out one of the people we actually bested, I think it was in Heavenswood, had become a renowned samurai. Well, sorry, a true samurai himself and not just pretending, and had gone to visit the graves specifically to kind of follow through with that. Reaper didn't have one because it got introduced here, same with Sage. Scholar, like I said, the Tonberry thing. Astrologian. Astrologian was basically, the daughter of that Astrologian, basically, like, everyone has a crush on her, and she systematically rejects everyone from memory, or just, like, plain straight up just tells them to fuck off. Black Mage was a nice wrapper to it as well. Summoner I already talked about. So, like, yeah, they've been varying qualities. Obviously, like, Dark Knight is not... It's not fair to compare any of the other quests to Dark Knight, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, they've been, like, fine. They've been, like, good to, like, fine, with Paladin being an especially, like, notable exception, being, like, just dog shit, but then it was the Paladin questline. What were you expecting? Yeah. So we've got Gunbreaker to do, then we're gonna do the Shadowbringers, role quest finale. So it's a quest that's in 5.3 specifically. And then from there, we're gonna start Ninja. Like I said, this might be a shorter stream, because, like, depending on how quickly I can get Rogue off the ground, like, might be the kind of thing I have to return to another stream, but fuck it. I wasn't gonna do nothing, and we're here, so... I heard that stone tomes contain a wealth of... Stone tomes! Fuck. Contain a wealth of ancient knowledge, which is what makes them so valuable. But how did they get the information into those tiny things? And how do we get it out again? Gunblades of the Patriots. Oh, God. Radovan and Sophie are settling into Revenant's Toll, yet still yearn for adventure. Ah, Vevern. It's good to see you again. Since we last met, I've been introduced to a fair few adventurers who hope to learn the art of the Gunbreaker. Though having taught you, my expectations are perhaps a little too high. Radovan's been so preoccupied, he's hardly taken on any other jobs, leaving me with plenty of time on my hands. Those women who work for Arena have had me running about after bookstones. Or was it stone tomes? I forget which. Oh no, she's a bimbo. Anyway, what have you been up to? The man who protects his loved ones with a gunblade. What were you talking about? The friend who became a gunbreaker. The man who protects his loved ones with a gunblade. Oh. Oh my god, I don't know who these are talking about. Is this like a Bosnia thing? This must be, right? A friend who became a gunbreaker. Oh, no, okay, that's Thancred. Or actually, no, both of these are Thancred. No, both of those are Thancred. Right, yeah. I would... A friend who became a gunbreaker and a man who... Well, a man who guards his loved ones with a gunblade might be Bosio. That might be the Bosio one. How can that be? That while in Imperial territory, that doesn't change the fact that I'm the only gunbreaker to have escaped the destruction of Bosio's citadel. If I didn't train him, then who did? That's it. One of the others must still be out there. Now that you mention it, an adventurer from Gridania told me they saw a man in the Carline canopy carrying a weapon a lot like your gunblade. A Hrothgar, too. I thought they were talking about you, so I didn't pay much attention, but you haven't been there since we moved to Revenant's Toll. Wonder who it could be. Sophie? Why didn't you say something sooner? If it is truly one of my fellow gunbreakers, I have to find them. Well, there he goes. We should probably go after him. Even if there is another gunblade-wielding Hrothgar, it doesn't necessarily mean they'll be pleased to see Radovan. Perhaps Mother Miyun knows something about it? Best place to go. I can only assume both of those are talking about Thancred, but... Well, maybe the second one is vague enough that, like, it suggests something Bosnia, but could just be read as Thancred otherwise? Hi, Mother Miyun. Long time no talk. Why, yes, a man like the one you described was here but a few days ago. And you're sure he had a gunblade like mine? Identical, I would say. But more importantly, he was looking for you, Radovan. As I was in the midst of explaining the assignment I gave you, he suddenly ran off in search of your former client. He was gone before I had a chance to ask him his name. Who could he be? What does he want? Oh, look, it's my favorite bodyguards. Oh. Oh! Wow, long time no talk. Oh! What a surprise. I was hoping we'd never... I thought we'd never see you again. Since last we met, my sweetheart Marigold has returned to thrilling audiences with her uplifting performances. As a matter of fact, we have come here to drink to her continued success. Then your timing and choice of venue are impeccable, for we have need of your help. Do you by any chance remember a Hrothgar man who is looking for Radovan? He may have asked you about the assignment to guard Editha. Yes, I know of whom you speak. We had heard that Radovan was last seen making a beeline for Uldar, and we told him as much. Oh, we're going to do the Whirlwind Tour, huh? Won't stay long for long when he realizes I'm no longer there. I'd best find him before he moves on. If he follows a similar line of questioning, it'll lead him to our former client. Since Auriel is most likely still undergoing treatment, he'll probably end up talking to Gerard instead. I must say, he was a rather fearsome-looking chap. Not the sort of person you want chasing you. Make sure he doesn't kill you or anything. Don't die out there. Right. Uldar. Didn't want to do that. Thank you. I suppose this is probably as better structure as any for this particular quest. Because, like, Gunbreaker was introduced in Shadowbringers. Its last role quest, or job quest, would have been level 70. So it doesn't have like the history some other jobs have, where it can draw upon a whole lot of other people or draw on a single person for a long time. It kind of makes more sense to kind of have a look around and refamiliarize ourselves with the influence our questline had. Am I blind? No. Do you want to play a game? Daddy said he's too tired. At least her son seems well enough, all things considered. Do you think we got it in time? I'm gonna say no. Thanks to you, Tim and I have been living together for a little while now. Most of the money I earn goes to Frondale's frontistry. God damn it, for Oriel's care. Thankfully, we still have enough to keep a roof over our heads. Slowly but surely, she's improving, though she still can't forgive herself for what she put Tim through. Not sure I can either, but we're all she's got. Daddy says Mummy was very sick before, but she's getting better. Happiness comes easily to some people, while others have to fight for it. I hope you'll find the strength to support each other in the days to come. Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, but a man was was asking about you. A Hrothgar bloke. Similar sword, too. After I told him you'd left Uldar, he headed off in the direction of the airship landing. Oh, not again. He's probably already in Limsa Laminsa looking for you. Oh, let's go straight to Futag Yafutag and pray we're not too late. Well, we're probably going to chase the man to Ishgard if the quest image was anything to go by. Actually, anything else to say? He's looking forward to us being a family again, in spite of everything. Oh, lower docks. I would have assumed the drowning wench, personally, but evidently not. Oh, right. Futag Yafutag was one of the yellow jackets. I forgot about that. I have a feeling he's still a step or two ahead of us. Come to think of it, I wonder what happened to Goldweights. This is the first I've seen the three of you since that business with Goldweights, yes? As planned, his testimony led to the convictions of several high-profile criminals. Then a few days later, he died peacefully in his sleep. I see. Even though he knew he was beyond forgiveness, his final deed was made Limsa Laminsa a safer place. I'm sure we'll learn more about that soon. If only he'd seen the error of his ways sooner. There was one other thing. A fellow an awful lot like yourself came through not long ago. He was looking for you, Radovan. I told him that you'd moved on, and that he should try his luck around the airship landing. Then he must have gone to Ishgard. He'll eventually find his way to Reese, who will hopefully keep him busy until we arrive. Come on, we best get going. Don't remember who Reese is. Hello? Okay, sure. Sure. Just click. No, the Aetheryte. No, the Aetheryte. Okay, I guess not. Like, listen, at the end of a day of a long day of work, sometimes my mouse clicks where I feel like it shouldn't, but, like, yeah. Makes me feel like a right arse either way. Oh, yeah, I remember you now. Oh, there you are. We were just discussing that gunbreaker fellow you were chasing after. He was here looking for you, but I'm afraid you missed him. I might have guessed. Backdoor evidence told it is, then. Hold on. When I mentioned Master Mamula, that Hrothgar fellow seemed rather taken aback, and then asked where you could find him. I didn't see any reason not to tell him, so... Oh, you bloody fool! If a Bosnian survivor is looking for him, his life could be in danger. Yeah? By the Fury, what have I done? Where is Mamula? He went to inspect the exterior walls of Camp Dragonhead, so he's probably at Providence Point. Yeah, thanks, mate. Good job. If he happens to Mamula, oh gods, I'm so sorry. You fucking should be. Oh, I didn't think there was any I didn't think there was any trouble in telling him what happened. What the fuck do you mean? The whole thing was Radifon. God, Jesus. Voices up ahead. With me, Vivern. Stop! Radovan? I've been looking everywhere for you. Get away from him, Rustic. Misunderstanding. Please calm yourself, Radovan. He means me no harm. Like you, I've chosen to put the past behind me. In fact, I came here to ask for Mamula's aid in rebuilding Bosnia Citadel. But that's... impossible? Far from it. You see, we were not the only ones to escape the destruction of our home. Those who were away on missions or visiting other settlements were spared. Then there's a chance that... Listen, Radovan. Your family is gone, lost in the blast. The monarchy too. And yet, our clan lives on. I will seek out survivors, so that we may rebuild the home together. And if we cannot return to where Bosnia once stood, we shall find a new land to call our own. Nothing will ever right the wrongs I have committed. Even so, I shall do everything in my power to make Rustic's dream a reality. Radovan, will you join us? I am sorry, Rustic. I've already lost one family, and I do not wish to lose another. Though we are not joined by blood, and are as different as night and day, we have each other. And that is not all. I pass on the ways to the gunbreaker to Vevern. First of many, I hope. I too taught someone from outside of our clan how to wield the gunblade. I have much in common with him, Radovan. He too is someone that he wants to keep by his... He too has someone that he wants to keep by his side. Like family. If you meet any other Bosnians, tell them that I would welcome their help. Perhaps one day our paths will cross again. Look after each other. Thank you, Rustic. Very well. I was trying not to get too low with that voice to potentially hurt my voice, but kind of ended up making them sound the same. So much for being a gunblade wielding murderer. Seemed quite nice, actually. Yes, I'm glad to have been proven wrong on this occasion. Rustic is still as honourable as and as wise as I remember. Nonetheless, I appreciate you coming to my aid. I must admit I feared the worst when he appeared out of nowhere, though he soon made his intentions clear. Never expected such kindness from not one but two men who have every reason to want me dead. I'm grateful to the both of you for allowing me to work for the greater good. Speaking of which, I must fulfill my obligations to the Ishgardians. Until we meet again. Now that's over, we should return to Revenant's Toll and try to earn back the money we spent on airship tickets. You know, I can foot the bill for that. I have a lot of gil. Like, surely enough to cover shit like that. Oh my god, I wish it would just change. I wish if the map was open it would just change over. That's annoying. But that's neat. I guess we now have an explanation for why Thancred can Gunbreaker. Which is cool. Other people, like, clearly some motion towards rebuilding something related to the city and culture before Bosnia got blown to bits. Yeah? I was wondering if we were going to have more of a confrontation around this, but, like, yeah, no, as it turns out, like, yeah, no shit, like, people are probably at this point trying to put shit past them and just try to rebuild because they've got literally nothing. And a lot of them were away on missions and stuff like that when the Bosnia incident actually happened. Back at last. You know, this place is beginning to feel like home. Well, this time I thought I was the only Bosnian left. Not that I know that Rustic and several others are still out there. Perhaps I don't need to rush my search for new gunbreakers. In fact, I think I would be better off working as a bodyguard again. And show people throughout Eorzea that we... What the fuck is... Did... I can't remember if you can do that with the regular mech. What we Bosnians are capable of. Seeing is believing after all. Maybe I could do the same for Dalmasca. Oh, did I not tell you? I'm originally from Rabanastre, the capital. The city itself was destroyed, deliberately I might add, by the Garleans after the failed rebellion, but our traditions live on. I think I'd make quite a good ambassador for my people. If everything goes according to plan, we'll be traveling to the far corners of the realm, meeting all sorts of people. But we'll still use Revenant's Toll as a place to hang our hats, as I believe the saying goes. Of course, with as gifted a successor as you, I'll have to keep training so I won't be outdone. Maybe you'll be the one teaching me next time. Yeah. That was neat. Like, these didn't need to be mind-blowing. Like, it's just kind of cool to check in with where everyone is. And especially after, like, a lot of the events in Shadowbringers, kind of coming back around to what's happening in Bosnia, given... Well, actually, wait. No, these quests were available in 5.0, weren't they? Hold on. Oh, they were... Oh, so this was part of the quest line before it actually got to the Bosnia stuff. I really hope I'm not, like, just not remembering that Rustic was part of the crew that's in Bosnia. He probably is, and I just didn't realize, which is certainly a thing. But yeah, I appreciate these for what they are, honestly. Like, it would have been really easy to just kind of, like, not speak about it too much again, and it's just, oh yeah, they're off doing their own thing. But as this game keeps kind of, showing, it's very good at kind of, like, just taking an opportunity to look back at where some characters have ended up, after events. Oh, hold on. That's not the right fucking weapon. Oh yeah, I got Tombstone weapon for Bevern, and I love the double blade. It's really good. It's a really good look. Obviously, like, the blade the second blade doesn't actually get used or anything, but... Alright. One more thing to do before we go and start learning how to rogue. Ciela appears surprised, though not displeased to see you. If it isn't Vevern, loitering about the stairs just like any old day. Here I was, worried that you'd gone back to your world for good, and I was too late. Huh? It's just that I've been thinking about the crystals belonging to the Warriors of Light. I hear they ended up with you. After you lot defeated the Virtues. I assume you have Ardberts as well? I do. Indeed, that does seem... Oh, no, right, we gave that one to Seto. Indeed, that does seem appropriate. His bond with Seto is deep and enduring. As for the others, I'd hoped you might be persuaded to leave them in my care. It was only right that they, like Ardbert, should accompany you on your journey to set this world back on its proper course. Yet you now have a home you must return to, while the first is theirs. After all they did to keep it safe, they deserve to be here to see what its future holds. Oh, don't make that face. I know it's a big decision, but it needn't fall entirely to you. There are others here who care for the Warriors of Light as much as you do, aren't there? Oh. Oh, fuck. Am I going to do a follow-up with everyone? Oh, hell yeah. All about this. Hi, Giot. Ugh. That's some damn fine ale. How many should I offer for you? I know you ain't much of a drinker, so 6, 7? Hey, Warriors of Light, right? What? You want to help decide on the fate of Lammet's Crystal. And the others too. Does this place have any bigger tankards? Well, if you insist. The Reek owes me drinks, plural, so I'll make sure he joins us. Maybe find Granson while I'm at it. You go and wait with Serig and Taina. Offer a round while I'm out. You hear? Oh, fuck. We're literally getting the whole crew together. Oh my god, yes. Hey, bud. Giot seems excited. Should I be concerned? Good to see you, Vevern. What did you say that has Giot so worked up? I'm deciding stuff about the Warriors of Light. Crystals, eh? Well, that does sound like a conversation worth getting everyone together for. Did the Reek promise to pay for Giot's drinks? Oh, that's a disaster in the making. Not just hers. Rounds for the lot of us. Might be that lad yet has a few things to learn about coin and the scarcity thereof. Still, I'll not turn down his generosity. Go and tell the barkeep we'll be needing food and ale for the table. Fine. But please try to exercise some restraint. I'll not carry you back to the room again. Serig? Hello? Taino's a kid, you fuck! Why are you getting him to... God. Here we are. How much of a head start did you get? Should I ask him to bring out the cask? I reckon we should hear Vevern out first. I don't remember the voices I gave to all of them, so I'm just going to go off vibes. So, you're telling me that the barmaid was one of Neilbert's companions? Not to mention the Shadowkeeper? And from a different world. That's laying it on a bit thick. It certainly raises questions. quite. It's just how she retains her youthful visage. Voidson. Not that. I had my suspicions about her. The other night I was at the counter, quaffing my ale, having a grand time, because I realised I'm outside without a guild to my name. And it ain't the first time. Giot? Could only be the power of the Shadow Keeper. And not that you drink enough to fill a small army? If Evans says it's true, I'm inclined to believe it. Which leaves us with the matter of entrusting the crystals to her. She's right that this was Brandon's home. The others, too. It's home to their most important memories. Not all of them good, maybe, but everyone they loved is laid to rest here. I agree. Albert belongs here. Albert's crystals with Seto in this world. Lamet would want to be near. And Ray as well, I think. She'd want to be with her friends in the place that she loved. It seems we all agree. A toast, then, to the Warriors of Light. Grandson? Really? Drink up, I'm paying, and as bounty hunters, I expect you all to take proper advantage of that. I hate to disappoint, but I'm not much for alcohol. This juice looks nice, though. That's not... Wait, what happened? Tainor? What? What the fuck happened? How did you manage this? Twice the mess in half the time as normal patrons, I swear. Listen, I don't fucking know. I have overheard your conversation, by the way. Do you agree with your friends? These crystals are yours, Storykeeper. Their legacies are safe with me. You have my word. Thank you. I can feel them. Their memories. Why? Why, damn it? You're just like Ardbert. I betrayed you, I manipulated you, and still... You thought of me as a comrade. A friend. Until the very end. So what happened to Grandson? Oh, I mean, he's over there. Maybe I can talk to him before this is over. Hold on. I did warn you. Oh, my head. How out of pocket are you? A week's worth of earnings? How is this possible? You opened up the table to like 5 people, my dude. This is why I don't drink. He must have gotten something straight. Either that or whatever the fuck Giot was actually going to drink. Fucking, what a soldier. Ugh. Can't remember the last time I was so drunk. Or any of the other times neither, but that ain't important. Successful... Fuck? Sousing? Soak in or drench with liquid.
Souse.
Yeah, sousing. Huh. Nanamo. Finally managed to clean up after you lot, for the most part. Perhaps next time we should put down a tarpaulin. Yes, absolutely. Nevertheless, I'm grateful to you for entrusting these to me. And as long as I live, I will never stop sharing the true tale of the Warriors of Light. My friends. Fuck yeah. The quest, The Hero's Journey, will now be made available. In order to accept it, you must have completed the Chronicles of a New Era quests. Thok Around the Clock, the Diabolical Bismarck, a Fiendish Likeness, a Deific Simulacrum, and a Demonic Duplicate. Excuse me? Okay, hold on. That sounds like extreme Heavensward trials. The Hero's Journey. Ah. Yes, that would appear to be the case. Yeah, the Limitless Blue Extreme. Okay. Well, okay. Well, if that's got something to do with Ciela, then I'm going to try and get that done at some point. I don't know if I'd, like, stream the extremes on... Well, actually, I don't know if there's, like, a... I don't know if there's, like, a quest line associated with those. Although I do know that involved an NPC that I know is part of the Warring Triad? So... Wait, hold on. Bow breaks. So I'm trying to figure out what the fuck this has to do with, like, anything. As goes light, so goes shadow. That's a... Wait, so this involves an NPC from the Warring Triad, but that NPC is also tied into the Heavensward Extremes? Huh. Okay. I did not know that. I remember that NPC being talked about. Wait. You know what? I'm not going to think about that. I remember the Warring Triad being talked about, and there's an NPC there that, like, hey, there's some info about that character, apparently. But I didn't realize that, like, to do something like this, the follow-up, you'd have to do the extremes as well. Although I guess there's probably something to that character being involved with the extreme questline as well, so, yeah. But, yeah, that's not happening tonight. The Warring Triad I do want to do at some point. There's a hell of a lot of trials I have not done, that, might be a good series in of itself, actually. Just like, okay, I'm going to dedicate a stream to doing these trials and see how we go. I don't know how popular it is to go back and do those, but, yeah, I guess we'll find out. Okay, so we're done with everything I wanted to do before starting up a new job, and time to start some Rogue. I am going to take a quick break to get some water. Oh no, it's down there, right. And when we come back, we will start learning how to throw around some knives. Like I said, I don't know how much longer I'm going to stream. Kind of depends on how quickly I can get to something like level 15. Because I know I can get from 1 to 5 pretty quickly. I don't know how quickly it would take me to get to 10. And 15 might be a little out of reach. But if we manage to get to 15 in a decent amount of time, I'll probably run some dungeons, and test out some new audio settings with OBS. So, yeah. Actually, let me get in G pose. Thank you, Bevan. Yeah, and when I come back, we're going to learn how to rogue.